It's the 15th of November 1936. The Japanese Empire has successfully invaded China. Our glorious navy has taken care of whatever the Chinese had. We've sunk seven of their cruisers, and two destroyers and 2 of their convoys. Our troops have landed both in Shanghai and up north, and after one of our divisions has gloriously sacrificed themselves, holding down 9 Chinese divisions to secure the invasion of Shanghai. Their sacrifice will be remembered. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Like I said, things are moving. We're about a bit over 1 month into the war, and so far we have lost 13,000 troops, which is a relatively high number of casualties. But because we have a very severe debuff in terms of our combat power, because we are still technically just fighting an incident, we have managed to inflict 35,000 casualties on the Chinese. Although that said, the Chinese have a large number of divisions in the field. So all in all, we are not expected to have this easily. The one thing that we have by now is pretty much air superiority over the Yellow Sea, the Eastern China air region, and the Northern China air region. We are about to capture the airport in, I still don't know how to pronounce that, Suzhou, and we are shipping reinforcements from the First Army into the Shanghai beachhead, and are planning to push out towards Nanjing and the river. At the same time, we have secured the beachhead up in the north and are probably diverting more Chinese resources from the front around Beijing. Once they are sufficiently weakened, we will start counter-pushing. We have our colonial divisions here and ready, and our own divisions are, even though they are not fully equipped and are relatively small, are holding the fortified line pretty well. And obviously our air force is helping too. The fuel situation is not great. We are going to try to minimize our fuel consumption, but we still have fuel for 160 days at our current rate of consumption. We will soon have to, we may soon have to start, trading for fuel. We have 37 army XP by now, which is pretty nice. We are currently on the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. I am planning to change this over to Superior Firepower, because we are not going to play defensively, at least not for very long. But while we are defending mostly along the front line, this is not actually terrible. But the other thing we could do is we could change our infantry template here and give it support artillery. Now I think we have all our combat troops in the field, so I'm just curious to see, giving them the support artillery, I'm curious to see how many that would need. We would need 276, and we have 800 available. Yes, so these can be delivered instantly. The other thing we could do is we could change these up a little bit. Now, if we're looking at the land that we were fighting in, if we're looking at the terrain, we have a lot of open area here, but we do have some mountains to get across. But once we are across the river here, it's pretty much plains and forests until we are hitting the western regions here, and then it's just all becoming mountains. So if we're fighting in the mountains, we have a 75 combat width. So for that, the current template that we have, how big was that? We've got 24 width. It's actually not bad. For the plains, where we have a combat width of 90, it's not an ideal size, but it's also manageable. I was thinking of potentially removing removing one infantry division and changing it up a little bit, but I'm actually quite happy with the 24, to be honest. The support artillery is going to give them a considerable boost in terms of soft attacks, so they will do more damage. And if we change this up, we end up with 25, but we still get another additional 10, but we will also lose some organization, some other things. So, and I'm normally my division, a division template that I'm often using is a 9-1, but I don't think we are necessarily concentrating too much. How about forest? Forest is 84, so 21 would actually not be bad for forest. We could use a 21 in the plains. We would be using 3, or we would be slightly over. Yeah, the 24s are kind of working in the plains as well, but I don't want to get much bigger because then it gets a little awkward. For the mountains, the 25 widths would actually be ideal, but we don't have any any mountain troops. So what we could do is we could split up because we're not going to have any special forces in the mountains, because I'm looking on here. First of all, we haven't researched mountain infantry, and I really want marines because we are going to be fighting a lot in the Pacific, and we are going to need to do naval invasions all over the place. So what I'm thinking here is to potentially split this up. So we can. Let's duplicate that for now. So we've got the Hohei Shinden. I don't know what would be the. Do we have a armored, motorized, mixed mountain divisions? They're not mountaineers. They're just we're just going to call them M. And these guys can take an additional artillery instead of one division, and we will use these in mountain terrain because mountains obviously favor the defender, so we are going to need all the attack we can get pretty much. And they will get the support artillery, and then they will get a different symbol for the mountains. Let's see what we can find. We're going to give them do we have anything mountainous? I don't want to use the actual mountaineer symbol because that'll just confuse me, because they are not actual special forces. What can we use them for? We just give them the bears and mountains, right? Okay, so we've got the M division, which is a 25 width, which is specialized for mountain attacks, because then if we have 3 of them, that is a perfect fill of the 75 combat width that we have on a mountain tile. So we're going to use that. And then we're going to create a second one. So we're going to duplicate that again. And that'll just be our regular infantry division. And I think these can... we're just going to give them a 2. And they just get these support artilleries. That's our regular field infantry, where they have to fight in areas which are not mountainous. And actually, before we do that, let's check. So they will be fighting mostly in plains. Plains have 90. So we could go 22 would work. Forests have 84, so 21. We've got plenty of forests, so 21 width might be not bad for these. So let's get these duplicated. And that would be our regular field infantry. So what did I say? 21. So we would actually remove 1 and or remove 2 actually and make it a 9-1. And these would be weaker though. I don't know. The combat width thing is, I'm not sure how important it is, because it only really matters if I have more divisions in the battle than I can actually fit into here. So I am slightly tempted here to actually stay with the historical divisions. In the mountains, it does make a bit of sense occasionally, especially if we're fighting a lot. But if we're fighting on a large front in the plains, I don't think I'll ever have more than 1 or 2 divisions in the field anyway. So I'd rather have them a bit more weighty and a bit more powerful. So I am tempted to... what if we add an artillery here? That would give us a 27. That's not a good width, really. We could add 2 artillery. That would be a 30 width. Not an ideal width either. And they start losing orc quite a bit, but they will have a bit of more punching power. The problem is obviously we don't have enough artillery to do that even. So before we do this, actually, let's just convert some of our existing troops into the mountain divisions. These guys only have to hide in hills. Hills are having 80. So so just like this, a bit smaller even than forests, but larger than the mountains. 25, 25, 75. So that would work still pretty well. So we're going to convert. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to convert maybe these 3 divisions here, and maybe these. Let's see. How about these 5 divisions here, which are currently not fighting, and I'm going to convert them into the mountain template, which needs 240 artillery. We've got enough for that. And okay, so these will get some artillery shipped to them. And how much artillery do we have left? 600. I don't think we can change this template up just in general and add support artillery. Let's see, how much would that be? That would require... Oh no, actually, we can do that. So I think I'm just going to do this and just give them support artillery for the additional soft attack. And that way we are... we can take that out of a stockpile. We've got enough on stockpile, and we use these as general purpose templates. Okay, there we go. I don't want it's always a drift or a decision between more divisions and larger divisions, because more divisions give you more flexibility, but obviously aren't as punchy as larger divisions. So yeah, we will see how this turns out. We definitely need to do something about these tank divisions. They're currently pretty garbage, but that we'll get to that. Okay, do we have planes? We've got 2 fighter wings here, but the second fighter wing is pretty underpowered. There's another airport here, and we are about to conquer this airport. We'll see how big this is, and then we'll reallocate our air force here. And let's get that going. So yeah, we are still shipping more reinforcements over, but I think we've got pretty much all our troops except for like a small number of home guard troops. So yeah, the rest of the army is shipping over to Shanghai, and that is happening. What are we actually? Okay, we're doing this. We can take these decisions here, but I don't want to just now. I'm actually going to disable that for now. We can take these decisions to change the balance, but right now we have a balance towards the army, which gives us more factory output, which is good because we're not really building naval forces right now, and we don't have the fuel to do anything. But we're almost caught up on infantry equipment, so I think we can actually start training a couple more divisions here. We are. Oh, actually, how about these divisions? Well, first of all, they're going to go on a normal priority. 12 width. These are a little bit skinny for my taste. I'd love these to be a bit beefier. What is the combat width in urban, where we are usually going to be fighting things? Let's check. So that's a 96 combat width. So yeah, ideally these would be a bit sturdier, because we don't need a huge amount of them. So we're going to give them support artillery, and that would give them. I mean, that's all we can do right now, but we have the artillery, so let's just do that as well. That's all the XP we have from the fighting so far. We do have air experience, so at some point we can start pulling in or upgrading our air doctrine. We're going to go with the operational integrity once we have, because that's good for the tactical bombers. Once we have the XP, But yeah, we are short on everything, no political power, and we only have the silent workhorse right now, and we have Tojo as our as our head of army for some army XP. Okay, we can actually upgrade some of our folks here. So let's see what we can give him. Yamashita. He could get the guerrilla fighter, but I'm not too keen on it because I'm not planning to play super defensive. Scavenger, not really feeling that. I think I'm just gonna let him gain some experience because he's definitely currently learning some traits here. Our field marshal, okay, he definitely has the invader trait already. Shuroko Hata. Which reduces invasion preparation time. We could get additional supply grades from marine invasion or a short bombardment bonus. Not bad, not bad. I'm sort of feeling the amphibious trait more because that sounds really good if we need to fight some hard amphibious invasions. That actually is a good trait to get him right now. Okay, we'll do that. He actually, Imamura, can also get a trait. What can he get? He can. Okay, so he's got the invader trait as well. He doesn't necessarily need that though because we're already getting that from the field marshal. He does have the commando trait. He could get the skirmisher, paratrooper, not really needing that because I don't have any. Or camouflage expert against enemy air superiority. I am planning to have air superiority myself. So, no, not really feeling any of these just now. So I'm just going to leave that open and let them gather some experience. Okay. Unpause. And off we go. All right. So the next thing that we need to happen, and I think we can start pushing out here. That's a hills province, and we have our improved divisions. So let's take 2 divisions on the attack and 1 division in support. These are defending, and we are still trying to capture that airport. How's that looking now? We only have 1 division on the attack here, which isn't too great. And yeah, we still have these relatively hefty debuffs from the Marco Polo Bridge incident. It'll take time. It'll take time to get that out of the way, but we will get the event to improve that, to expand our war effort here. So let's see if we can push back a little bit against these guys. How's that looking back here? Okay. Yep, we're going to just kick that division out of there. They should be pretty much out of... I'm not sure why he's assigned to that. He should be over here. And he can be assigned to that front. And we want him to push this division out there. Actually, we might need some armor support, so we're going to get him as well to push back here. Okay, for now we're just holding, and I think we have, yeah, we've got all the troops here, so this line isn't going to expand anytime soon. We're just going to hold here as much as possible. They've got 6 divisions down here attacking us, actually. I might need to move some bombers down here. I'm thinking this air wing isn't quite useful, so I'm going to move that out and instead get one of the close air support wings down here. Okay. And get them on a close air support mission over northern China. Okay, so we're going to move them over here. That should give us some air assistance, and that little division will take your mission off. You just stay where you are. Okay. All right. Yep, no mission for you. Yeah, we might need some air support, and I think we are going to need some assistance up north here. So I'm going to start moving 1 division up, and these 2 are just cleaning this up. They are going to go down, but we do need to make sure that we're holding this line here until we can get some reinforcements, because most of the first army has just landed south here, And we're going to immediately get these two to assist with the attack, because that's currently not working well. We need to break out a little bit more from this line here. These divisions can just need to regain some organization, but they can actually start once we have that, start pushing back. We need that airport. Okay, another naval combat. It's the tactical bombers, and I am struggling to intercept these guys. They are hitting us here, and I have the... Where have I got the... yeah, I've definitely got the carrier fighters trying to shoot them down, but what's the air situation over the Yellow Sea? Naval air. So we've got 56 fighters, they've got 14, and yeah, we're just gonna have to actually intercept them. That's the bigger problem. Don't really have any other fighters in range that I can use, because I want the fighters... Do we need any fighters over northern China? They have 99 fighters. Yes, we need. So we need to shoot those down. We're just gonna put up with these little air attacks. I don't think they are going to be massively causing us grief. How are we on supply, by the way? We're good on supply. I don't want to stretch out further into here, because I know this is hills. It's slightly more defensive, but I don't want to overstretch here. I want to wait for these troops to come back before we do any more experiments down there. The Navy is still taking 712 a day, and I don't know why. None of these guys have any missions, so they shouldn't be using any fuel, honestly. Let me just quickly go through them. So these are not having any missions. Oh, they're on a naval invasion support. Okay. We're gonna get you to hold position. Actually, no, don't go into port. Just go here, and then stay there. Okay. Yeah, they keep hitting us with these naval bombers, which is a little bit irritating. Okay. But it seems like our AA is mostly ineffective, but hopefully now we are not using... yeah, the Navy is no longer using fuel. Perfect. Okay. Are we still getting the... Yeah, we're still getting the shore bombardment bonuses, so they are not going to make any headway. And we need you to assist here. We do want that airport, and we are trying to push them back. This attack doesn't look like it is going to be particularly effective, because we are still defending here against 5 divisions. So, and we are attacking into hills, and yeah, like I said, we have these massive debuffs. So we might actually stop this attack for now. Let's just get our hands onto the airport, and just everybody dig in. So that's the only area that we're going to be focusing on. We are good on supply here. The port is powerful enough to do this. Okay, now these two troops are going back there. I don't have enough to actually facilitate another naval invasion, but what I can do is I can start training some more of these mountain divisions. They're not technically proper mountain divisions, but we don't have any... Yeah, we're short on equipment, but not that short. So might be like training up 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have any mountains up north here? We do only have hills here. So maybe we'll not actually train that many of them. We'll just do 3 of those, and we're training some more infantry divisions. They will take a while to get there. I'll prioritize the reinforcements for the material, but we're gonna queue up a couple more divisions here that we can work with. Okay. All right, and back we go. So still trying to capture this airport, and yeah, our attack is hampered pretty badly from the problems we have with... oh yeah, there we go. Escalate war in China. That's exactly what we want to do. So The United States gets war support when we do this, because the US historically were... well, fighting the war in China has cost the Japanese dearly in terms of international relations. It was one of the reasons that the Americans were actually cutting off their supplies and the Japanese were booted out from the League of Nations. So this makes a lot of sense. But yes, this improves our combat stats quite a bit, so we're definitely doing that. And yeah, we want to be notified when that comes up. So once we get this airport going up here, we are actually... right now we're just holding, but I think our combat stats are getting better. Are we still actually having any... yes, so we're still getting a 30% attack debuff and a 15% defense debuff, but we're getting there. It's already getting better. So we don't want to be too aggressive, but we are inflicting losses on the Chinese. The thing is, the Chinese can take losses, a lot of them. So let's see. They don't seem to be thinking of us as a threat here. So I am 3 divisions up here. These are all hills. This is a plains province. So maybe we'll... yeah, I like this front. I'm going to leave this front. We've wrapped up these divisions here. I'll leave this front. I'll leave these guys to dig in. They're still not making any headway up north here. But I think there's still too many of them for us to push back against them. We will try to break out down south more. Actually, we are going to try and break out here, because they are all low in organization, such that we don't have to constantly fight in Shanghai. This is still just their naval bombers trying to inflict minor damage on our ships, so it's nothing major. Maybe one day our air force gets to actually shoot them down. But yeah, for now, we'll try to get these out of here, and you'll support. We've got 2 divisions here entrenched, so if they're attacking, yeah, like that, it actually doesn't take our support divisions off. So leaving some divisions that are just for defense is generally not a bad idea. And we should be... how's our spy doing? She is building the intel network, so we should be starting to see a... and actually we need to give this division, this army an offensive line as well. Your offensive line is going to be around here. But we're not going to push with these quite yet. We don't have the firepower. But yes, how's our research going? 36 days until we get the Mitsubishi. At this point, we'll probably start trading for... we've got 300 fuel for 300 days. That should be enough for now, as long as we're not attacking with the motorized divisions too much. And let's see if we can get these. Okay, these 2 can support that attack. And why are we only having 3 divisions here on attack? There should be more than that. Should be the... oh, because I haven't started, yes. Okay, I haven't unpaused. Yeah, we've got 3 more divisions coming in. We should be able to push them out of here, even though we are actually disadvantaged still. These guys can start pushing into these hills, and these are going to support. Yeah, we're just going to try and push them out a bit here and widen the front and see if we can push them back across the river, because then we'd have a much better defensive line. This front is quiet. There's nothing going on here. I am thinking of maybe trying to push these out, but for now I'm going to leave them there. What are the supply lines? What are the rail lines up here? So the next goal would be the city of Jinan, because that would cut off their rail lines. So our thrust should be actually along this line here, and to cut off their supply in this region. If we capture this, then their supply is going to be devastated. And yeah, here it's a two-pronged, because they do obviously have the capital here, Nanjing. So it's a two-pronged attack, and we are trying to push them out of this airport, which is going to taking a while. And we are starting to run reasonably low on supply, I think. It's not a convoy problem, it's just that we need a bit more space here, and the port might not be large enough. Can we upgrade the port in Shanghai? Because that port is absolutely essential. Where is it? Okay, wait. Hang on. Okay, that national focus is completed, what has changed? It's been too long. We get additional factory output and construction speed. Good. Germany proposes that we sign a pact to address the Comintern's goal, spreading communism. Yes, we do not like communism. This makes the Soviets not like us, but if we refuse, the Germans don't like us. And I think historically that was a thing that was going on. So we're going to join. And I am. We can't go any further down here. So what we definitely want to work towards is the national research policy, because that's giving us an additional research slot. We also have some naval tech that we can get around here, especially the Zero. And we've got some army boosts here that we can grab, but we're not going to get any further here. And that's the communist subtree. So I definitely want to grab the national research policy. We don't get too many economic, I think, industrial. There are a couple of over here, but that's the Manchurian project, so that's not actually our industry. This will just improve their structure. So not something I'm particularly impressed about. We've got a little here, that's the communist subtree that we can't get to. So yeah, there's not very much in terms of industry for us. But we can propose the Tripatriate Pact. I don't really have any necessity for this at this point. I do want to get to national research policy first. So for this we need national mobilization law, so we're just going to go down this tree. That will make... that will get us to war economy, actually. What are we currently on? We're on partial mob, okay. So war economy is going to... It's a free war economy, I'll take it. So definitely do that. That's going to be what we do next. Okay. Yeah, we're still not making any headway on this airport here. We are trying to push the Chinese out, but they are tenaciously holding on to that airport. And let's see if we can push them out of these hills surrounding Shanghai and finally complete our breakout, because we do have the complete First Army here. Well, they are missing one division because yeah, they have heroic... Actually, no, we don't have the complete First Army here. There's still 9 divisions over there. I am actually, given that we're struggling to break out of Shanghai and that we are relatively low on supply at this point, I am considering to use these to use these 9 divisions and make a breakout in the north. I think that's what I'm going to do, because they are more lightly defended. So and we should have the supply. What port is that? That's a level 5 naval base. That should be enough. So we can actually get these 9 divisions and get them assigned to this army, which means we've got 15 divisions up north and we've got 14 divisions down south here who are currently busy. And given that we're struggling to push out of here, this is a thing. Have we gotten any additional intelligence at this point? Do we know where they have anything? Where they have their factories, especially. We know that they have... Okay, they've got 4 factories here. There's one... Yeah, there's not much industry at all. Where are their civilian factories? 10 over here. It's more the military production that I'm concerned about. So... but there's not much on the coast, actually. A lot of the military production is here in the hinterland, so there's not all that much we can do about this. Anyway, let's see how this push is going. And if we can eventually get these guys moved out of here. Let's remove the intel, that's just confusing. If we take this will be a supply hub as well as an airport. So that'll be a very, very important victory if we can make this. And that's why we are pushing so aggressively. It is taking a while, though. They are holding on with 4 divisions. So we definitely have a larger... We have the larger combat width. We exceed only ever so slightly, but it's not a huge debuff. But it's still the 30% plus we are attacking into to here. The Air Force should be helping. So once we get that airport and we get more planes than what we're currently sending from the carriers, this will be working a lot better. Yeah, once the divisions here arrive, no, not here, here on this front, then we will start pushing here as well towards Jinan. and cut all these guys off. This is all hilly terrain, but we should be able to cut them off once we take their supply, and then they shouldn't be able to hold on much longer. Okay, research is done. That's good. I want more research. Yes. Do we have any combat research that we can use? No, this is still a year ahead of time. We're not going to build mountaineers because I need my naval divisions. We're not going to do anything with tanks just yet. We can get the interwar artillery. That's maybe not a bad. That's a good start. That'll improve our artillery. And this is still way ahead of time. We do need to do naval research because once we are actually building up naval experience at some point, we are going to need. I don't want to wait too long. So I definitely, it's the very next thing with my political power. I want to get a. Who can we get as chief of navy? Shimada for the decisive battle expert. So we, better naval attack. It doesn't really matter. They're both experts. Do we have anyone? We have an air combat genius, but we don't have any other geniuses for the navy. So, sortie efficiency from carriers. That might also not be bad. So I'm thinking of getting him in next and start building up some naval XP because we need to design some ships so we can start building destroyers for escort destroyers, and I need scout divisions. I don't have good scout divisions, so I need light cruisers and destroyers. That's what I'm going to be building first, and better submarines. But I need Navy XP for that. Anything we can do in the industry? Yes, we can actually start these. Construction 2 is probably going to be the first thing I'm going to do. How's our efficiency? Almost on point. But I am going to start with construction 2 because we are very low on factories. We only have 27 factories, which is really, really little. So I definitely need more of that. So industry research. We could get an industrial concern as well for industrial research speed. Or an electronics concern, because we're going to need to research a lot in the radar, because that's one thing where the Japanese Navy really lagged behind. So we can take either of these. I'm just going to go down the industry for now on the traditional route, and we're going to go with construction 2 for increased construction speed. Okay, so that's sorted. We can get a chief of Air Force or chief of Navy. I don't see... Oh, because he's a specialist. Yeah, we're not going to get him because he's only giving us 0.06 naval experience. So that's not something we're going to be doing. We do have enough army experience, and I want to switch over. But I also need the. Who can I get? I could get the Grand Battle Plan, but I don't want to stick on the Grand Battle Plan. I am. Do we have another? We have a general. We've got a general military theorist for 15%. This is kind of tempting because he gives us a 15% bonus on the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. The problem is, I don't really want to be on the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine because this gives us more planning bonus, and I'm very much a manual controller. This gives us infantry defense. This gives us a bit of breakthrough, which is good, but we need to get quite down there. Whereas the superior firepower gives us soft attack. It gives us organization. It gives us defense here, and then it gives us all kinds of attack. More soft attack for the supports. I like this better, especially that we are going to be attacking. So I do want to switch over, which currently costs 100. So yeah, political power is as usual scarce, and we have a decision available. What is it? Where is it? Is it something we care about? War bonds. We can get war bonds out there. But yeah, no, I really don't want to be right now. I need my political power for everything I get. We can also do anti-communist sweeps. So this is another problem we're having. Because China is a little bit broken. There's communist China over here, and they cause all kinds of insurrections and nonsense. So that's really, really irritating as well. What's our resistance levels looking like? Because at some point, yeah, we've got 9% resistance here. 34% is the resistance target. So they are definitely, and we've still got some resistance over here. What's it looking like? Yeah, this is, Korea is okay. These guys are all right. It's China that I'm concerned about, but the compliance is actually relatively high, so we should be okay. We just have to make sure that our garrison support is sufficient, and currently at 100%. The problem is going to come once we are capturing more of China, and we have to garrison that. That's where the Japanese historically struggled very, very much. Okay, let's keep going. We're still trying to break out south here, waiting for the event that we can once again increase, and we need that airport. I should have really captured that early on, but we probably wouldn't have gotten Shanghai if that was the case. They're really putting up a very tenacious defense down here. Okay, we've got 3 dockyards. Yes, we've got 3 dockyards. So let's see if we've got more things to refit for the Navy. We can get Ryujo. No, Ryujo is currently busy. I don't think we can. We probably have a couple more destroyers that we can refit. Let's check. These are all good. We've got a lot of Mutsuki class destroyers here. So if we get all these guys, I'm just occupying our dockyards until I have a better submarine design. Refit, and then we can start just pumping out submarines. We're going to turn them into Fubukis for now. So that's fine. The Chinese don't have a navy anymore, so we can detach these. We can detach these without any problems, because we are not actually needing them as screening ships right now. So we can just turn them all into Fubukis, because the Fubukis are better, and it gives our dockyards something to do while we are waiting for. Actually, no, this is already a Fubuki. Okay, these guys. I'm gonna turn you all into Fubukis. While we are waiting for the better templates. And this is also Mutsuki. Some of them are going to need some repair here. These are actually currently doing naval support, so I'm not going to detach them just yet. Naval gunfire support. Okay. And that should give our dockyards something to do once the destroyers are. There they are, making their way over to port to be refitted. So we'll do that. And how is it looking down south here? Okay. We're still not making any headway whatsoever. The Air Force is hammering them, but we're just not powerful enough to break through at this point. And until we've got this, that's going to take a while. That's going to take. We might be able to capture this, and I don't think they can escape across the river once we push them out here. But we might be able to. Where's their supply anchored? We might be able to take this city here, and then sort of push the line kind of this way. So that might be one way we can go about it. But yeah, for now, okay. Doctrines available. We've got enough for an air doctrine. Okay. We'll do the operational integrity branch, because that is what is giving our was effectively going to support our tactical bombers. Alternatively, we could take battlefield support, because that'll be. But I think this is more geared towards the tactical bombers down the road, so we'll go down this route. Okay. Long-range air is where it's at. Okay. And these are still holding, but the other troops are coming in, so they should be able to push here. The Chinese are reinforcing, obviously, because they've seen that we've landed more troops. And they have actually stopped attacking us up north here. So what's the supply situation here? Not much left. We could start. I mean, these are Krupp divisions, but I don't really care about them. I can send them I can send them just against the Chinese and start hammering, but there's still too many of them. There's no way we're going to break through here. No, we're going to hold up north here for now. And if we can't break through here, I might actually just ship them across and use them to push more from the south. Yeah, my biggest problem really is to breaking out from Singapore at this point. Okay, these troops are arriving into position. So now that they're here, we are going to start making a push. Okay, where do we need to push them here? We need to push this way. So we're actually going to... That's a plains, so we're going to get these divisions to push them here. And we're going to need to push through the central area. So these guys are going to push in this direction, and then just follow up if you can. And you are going to try to cut them off here. Okay. And you are going to push here as well. Okay, this pins these 3 divisions just for the time being. We're still not making much headway down there. Were there any airports here that we could conquer? Not really. So we're still doing the long-range thing. We do have, obviously, air wings available. The problem is we don't have any airport where we could put them. There's one over here. But that's ways out of the way. Okay, that's not a successful attack. So why don't you just support this attack instead? Okay, because we've got 4 divisions pushing them here. And I am thinking of, how's our fuel situation? Declining. Air is going to use more fuel as it goes. Okay, decision available. Is that the one I want? I don't have time for... I mean, yes, escalate war in China. Please do that. It does cost a lot of political power, but we can use the naval troops to assist, but it's not going to be a huge difference here. They are pulling troops from the north, I think, to support here. So if we can push through as quickly as possible, that would be great. We might burn some fuel to just try to push them towards that river there. Okay, we'll try to push them towards the river. Let's see if we can do that and support. And these are currently defending. So we have moved up. Leave 1 division and 2 more divisions. See if you can push them further out. We do need to watch our supply situation because we are getting relatively far away, and you can support that push. That is the most important push right now along the railway line to make sure that that we are capturing that. If we capture that supply hub, that cuts also one of the railway lines from the, where's the capital? From Nanjing up north. So that'll be devastating if we can take the supply hub. So this is the most important offensive along this railway line. We need to try to push them into here. The problem is obviously that these are hills. Can we... Okay, we are actually making our way through. Can we turn anybody here into our mountain division template? That would... Yes? Okay, let's do that. They will get some artillery delivered. Even though these are just hills, and they actually have an 80 combat width, but they still have more artillery on this. So we're going to get them over there. Okay, let's see if we can push them out from here. And we effectively want them to continue pushing until Jinan. That's sort of the direction we want to go. Okay. And yeah, we are running into supply issues ourselves here. But the Chinese are furiously reinforcing. Counter attack here. Okay. You don't need to go there. You can stay there. You also counter attack. Okay, counter attack, and you support that push. We just want to push him back on the front here, to make sure that they can't easily just reinforce the areas where we don't want them to. Okay, That's just a single division down south here. You can support this. I know that the Naval Invasion Division is not necessarily there for that, but I'm trying to push them back behind the river, because that is going to be very difficult for them to attack. They are once again bothering us, and we're not shooting any of these planes down, but they're also not doing anything to us, so it's not a real issue. How's it look like down south here? Okay, we have taken this position, so we can support that attack. And just make sure, okay, we're gonna leave one division on defense, and we get these two freed up to support the attack. Let them defend from here. And these two can actually start moving out here as well. Okay, yes, we are running low on supply here. That is a bit of an issue. I wanted to increase the naval base in Shanghai, because we have enough, right? It's just, I think it's just a matter of us capturing the railways, because we are still waiting for that to happen. And we could use trucks to ship, but it's not far enough from the ports. I think we're good for now. That attack is really taking its time here. Okay, how's it going up in the north? Okay, we have pushed them out. Support the attack here, and we need one division to actually just go here, and then so we pull one off and get you just to go here. Yeah, we are pushing them back. Okay, and we finished the Mitsubishi KI-21, so perfect. That means that's ahead of time, so we have now the improved tactical bombers. And I'm going to just work on my industry here. That gives us probably that first, because now what we're going to do is we're going to switch our production. We're going to switch our production from the interval bombers, from the G3Ms, to the KI-21s. And if we look at the difference, that has a, ground attack of 3, and these guys have a ground attack of 6, so that'll double our ground attack capabilities. The problem is we're not going to be very efficient, and it'll take an age, so we are going to have to start trading, at least for aluminium, because what's the trade? Yeah, because we are running severely short on aluminium, and we can get aluminium from Manchukuo relatively easily. So just one factory and would get us 12 aluminium. So that is not a big issue, and that sorts out the aluminium problem. We still don't have rubber, but yeah, this lack of resources is hurting us here, but it's hopefully not as bad as it used to be. Rubber is going to be a concern until we capture the East Indies. But for now, how's our outbreak looking like down here? We still haven't captured the airport, but we are making headway in pushing them out from here. And once we get the airport, that'll also be a supply hub, so that'll be quite beneficial for us. Okay, we can probably advance here. Okay, you just hold, you're reinforcing, and yes, this attack needs to go through. Okay, we've got radio finished. That's good, because that'll give us faster reinforcement rate. We're gonna need all these techs here. That's still ahead of time. Do we got any infantry techs? Not yet. These obviously not yet. Artillery tech, not yet. That's still researching. Nothing we need to do on air. We can start. I am just going to put everything into production efficiency for now, but we will start doing some naval research pretty soon, because we are going to need it. Tank reinforce. I'm trying not to use the tanks as much as possible, because and we're just going to get these guys to just going to get these guys to attack here, because they do consume fuel, obviously. And fuel is, we're still on 200 days, so it's pretty good. One thing we can actually do, how's our garrisoning and how's our resistance look? Resistance is something you really need to keep an eye out. So we've already up at 14% in Shanghai. And this is a bit of an issue going to be. I could do with a second spy, but I'm not going to get anyone anytime soon. The resistance target for China, I think it was like 30 odd percent. So we're currently at 24% compliance. And we need 25. Then we get the garrison requirements down as well. Our garrisons are effective. They do have equipment. The problem is that it'll slowly rise, and it's going to be an increasing problem as it goes. We can ask garrisoning support from the house. They still got heaps of troops up north here, but there's not an awful lot we can do about it right now. We're not going to start pushing there just yet. Okay, what does it look like down here? You can support. These guys are just going to... we're going to move one here since it's undefended. And you are going to support here. Yeah, okay, we have to stop using our fuel-consuming troops, unfortunately, because we are running low on fuel. I am going to have to start trading for fuel pretty soon. So that's unfortunate. I am tempted at this point to just change these divisions over, because these are not great anyway. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 3 tank divisions, and I'm going to change them to that's all hills, so we can change them to the regular infantry. We're not having the infantry or the support equipment, but we do have the artillery, because the tanks are just really consuming too much fuel, and they're not useful. The divisions aren't great, right? If you look at the divisions, these are not great. Yes, they have a bit of armor, but 5.4 armor isn't a lot either. So I think I'm just going to change these 3 over into regular infantry divisions. Okay, they are going to be a bit under-equipped, but we will get there. Yeah, our army is using fuel, which I don't like. That's because of these divisions here. So you attack here as well, and you stop attacking. You just stay where you are. Okay, we are pushing them back. How does it look like down south? We still haven't taken the airport, but we can keep pushing them. We can probably keep pushing here. We're paused. Okay, we can keep pushing here. We still got naval gunfire support. These 6 are on the defense. So these we can start pushing against them. So we're just going to leave 1 here and the 4 going onto the... No, actually, what is this? What is it? Is this... Where are they? What? Here. Yeah, just here. Okay, we'll leave one here. And you are going to help with this attack, actually. That is the key attack, and we're still not really making headway. We do have the air superiority, but we don't have an awful lot of planes here because we're just using the carrier-based planes. So right now we're just going to... oh, are they last standing? Yes, they are using last stand. So that's going to cost them a lot of equipment. We could cut one off here. I don't have a division though. Yeah, let's move you here, and let's see if we can. Yeah, they've all got last stand active here, and let's see. We are outrunning our supply at this point, so we're going to change this to trucks. This should give us. Is it enough? It might be enough. Let's see. Even wider. Yeah, even wider. Okay, that covers it. Okay, we're going to use trucks to reinforce here. And then we can get attack going here. And you support here. And you attack here as well. Yes, I know this draws divisions out from the other, but we're almost in Jinan. And once we have taken Jinan, they are not going to be in a good shape. Okay. We might be able to cut off one division here. That's just a little benefit. We're good on fuel for now, and you're just holding. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's push these out of the hills, and we still haven't taken the airport. It's incredible the amount of resistance that they're putting up in this. Once we manage to take this, we can support here. But yes, they are shifting everything into that. They are pushing whatever they have into here. How does it look like from the? We're at 18k and we've done almost 100,000 casualties on them. The problem is that's not going to stop them because they have a lot. Yeah, this is just really an issue of not having enough supply over here, I think, but we're still good on supply. So let's try if we can push them a little bit further. We just want to push them out of this this tile, what's it called? Getting late. This place. Oh, we've taken Jinan. Okay, okay. That means, right, that might actually be a good place to stop for today. We've taken Jinan, which means we've broken their line, which means they are getting supplied from here, but we've cut the supply off to Beijing, so all the northern troops should be running out of supply pretty soon. So we can get everyone to just push these back. We can push them back across the river. They're going to have a big problem with supply up here, unless they can supply the other routes around. So it does interrupt them quite a bit, and I think we're making headway here. Yeah, we're pushing them off over the river. They are counterattacking, but it's not going to help them very much. So we can get these two divisions just moving over here and then attacking into here. We are attacking here, the two divisions down south. We have naval gunfire support, so maybe we can cut this division off here and get rid of these. And yeah, I think what they're doing is they're just retreating and charging back in again. So we need to get to make a little headway here and kind of cut. This is kind of the line that I would like to have. This battle has been hard. They have thrown a lot of defenses in our sides here. Are we getting the intelligence bonuses by now? Where's my spy? What's she doing? She's at 34%. We should be starting to see an intelligence bonus as well at some point in combat. Okay, yeah. So yes, we absolutely need that airport. We can attack from here once. You see these guys are retreating, but then the other ones are coming back, and they've just too many divisions here to defend this airport. And they keep coming back in. We're slowly getting worn down as well. But once these guys are done pushing, they can assist. They can assist up north. Okay, decisions available. Yes, escalate the war, please. It means we basically don't get any political power, but our debuff is down to 10%. Okay, this is starting to get better. We are getting more powerful on the attack. Support here. And that's just one, so push these guys out. Oh, there's an airfield. Okay, we want that airfield. And you support here. And you just stay where you are. See if we can get them cut off down south here. And we're holding the river line, which is perfect. Because attacking across that is going to cost them very, very dearly. So ideally, we want to occupy this river line here, cut off the north completely, and then we can push in from here. I am debating bringing the colonial troops down, but once we've got Jinan sorted, is it connected? It's not yet connected. We are still waiting for the railway to be Yep, there we go. Now it's connected. Now we have the supply, and they don't. Okay, that looks good. That attack is working out, and yeah, I just want that railway line here, that river line here on our defense. We have another doctrine available. Which one is it? Land doctrine. Oh, okay, we can shift. Yes. So let's shift to superior firepower because we're not going to get enough political power for an advisor anyway any time soon. So let's switch that over. That gives us more soft attack, which is great because we are on the attack. Okay, how does it look like here? Alright, we have pushed them out from here. We could keep pushing, but I want that airport. So you 4 attack here. And that might give us the airport. Let's see if we can grab the airport, bring our air reinforcements in, and we've taken a second port. That should also help with the supply situation. Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, we need the airport, and now I have enough divisions here to do that. And I think we can make our breakout here and capture the capital in the next episode. Once we have, I don't know how big this airport is, but that'll also take their supply away. Okay, done. Nice. So let's move the, how big is this airport? That is a, that's the Shanghai airbase, level 6, perfect. So we can move pretty much all that stuff that's useless up here over to Shanghai. And we're going to get you an air superiority and CAS on the eastern Chinese region. And that should make a big, big difference. Now that we've captured Shanghai Airport and broken out from here, and we'll get all this air into, make all this air available here, we should be able to push them back quite a little bit more. Okay, let's get all these set up. And yeah, they are all set for eastern China. They have short range, but that's okay. We're still fighting on the eastern seaboard, so it's not so much of an issue. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to leave it for today. We've managed to encircle a unit here as well. So all in all, our war is going well. The Chinese have to move more and more troops off the northern front, where they're not even attacking anymore, and we may be able to move some colonial divisions in and see if we can counter push already. And we have definitely expanded our beachhead, and we are moving inland. And after a vicious defense of the Shanghai area, the Chinese have finally been pushed out of the airport, and we are now getting the air support that we so desperately need, which means our carriers can eventually retire and don't have to run the air supply. They will obviously help, but once we are off the eastern seaboard and more inland towards China, the things will start looking a bit better. But yeah, all in all, it is February 1937, and we are making gains in China. One big problem we're going to be having is resistance, because that's going to go up. So I may have to divert some factories and to upgrading our intelligence agency to get another spy, and to actually, I might have to move our only spy at the moment into resistance suppression. So once we have captured their capital, I might move her to resistance suppression, and that'll deal them a blow to their supply situation as well. But right now, that's what it is. And yeah, these guys are still supplied, I see. That's interesting. They're probably supplied through this northern route here, even though so if we cut that off, so if we can take. This might actually be a good opportunity to start using the colonial divisions, and we are going to push that. We're going to try to cut them off here. If we can manage to take this province, then this whole region here loses supply, because they have no more. They will just be supplied from here using horses, because I'm pretty sure that they don't have trucks. So. They will lose the supply, and that should collapse this front here, and we might be able to link up and sort that out. But yeah, most of these two armies here, I want to keep pushing south. There isn't much in terms of supply past this as well. So once we've taken Nanjing, there's bugger all. They don't have. They've got a port here, but that's already disconnected because we've already taken that port, and there are no more railways. So once we've taken that. They will struggle, but so will we to get through. But hopefully our long-range air can assist in these matters. Anyway, thanks everybody. Long episode, I think, today. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.